Hey everyone, how's it going? For today's video, I'm going to be unboxing Bachmann's Thomas the Tank Engine with speed-activated sound. Now this model was first announced back in 2014, and I'm just now getting my hands on one. So first let's take a look at the packaging. The model comes nicely packaged in this blister pack, and it's easy to see the model from all different angles because of its clear design. Flipping the packaging over, we get a nice description of all the sounds we can expect to hear from this model, and it also says to collect all the other engines. So without further ado, let's unbox this model. Now one thing about this packaging, it's not very easy to open, and you don't want to cut yourself or damage the engine with a knife or scissors. So I would highly suggest that you take your time cutting nice and easy on the edges of the plastic. Once you finish cutting the plastic, it's real easy to remove the model from the packaging. So here's the model in this nice plastic container. Now we're just gonna carefully pull from the buffers here, and the model comes out nice and easy. And here it is, guys, the Bachmann Thomas with speed-activated sound. Now, when I'm holding this model in my hand, I notice right away it looks exactly like the Bachmann Thomas that I currently own that doesn't have sound. But that's certainly not a bad thing. I think this model looks really nice. The proportions all look good, and there's a lot of separately applied details such as the whistle and the headlamp in the front. It really makes the model look nice. Now, if we flip the model over, we'll see that it says analog sound written on the bottom. Now what does this mean? Well, depending on how fast the model is going, will result in which sounds are activated. You'll see what I mean once I run this model on my layout. Now I looked all over the model to see if I could find the holes for this speaker, but I couldn't find them anywhere, so I ended up just opening the model to see what it looked like inside. Now I'm not encouraging you guys to do this, I just thought it'd be neat to see what it looks like inside of the model. So after I removed the 3 screws, the top of the model just snapped right off. Looking inside of the model, we can see some gears. That's actually the motor for the engine, and you'll also notice these 2 protruding metal pieces. That's how the motor gets powered. As we know, the electricity travels through the wheels, and then it ends up coming in contact with those metal prongs. I also noticed 2 pieces of metal on the inside of the model. Those are there to give Thomas more weight so that he has more traction to pull passenger cars and freight cars. And of course, the main reason that I wanted to open up this model was to see where the speaker was located. Turns out it's actually behind the cab near the coal load. So now I'm going to put this model back together, and we're going to run it on my layout to hear what it sounds like. Well, welcome to your new home, Thomas. Now before we get Thomas running, we're going to need a DC power supply. I'm using a Bachmann power pack with speed controller. First you're going to plug in your terminal wire into the speed controller. Then you're going to carefully connect it to the terminal section. And last you're going to plug in the power supply. Now your layout should be all set to run some model trains. Now I'm going to gently place Thomas on the tracks and give him a run. Okay Thomas, we have a very important job for you.
Great! What is it?
Well, Henry is sick, so Sir Topham Hatt wants you to pull the express.
All right.
Now arriving on track 2, train number 1, Thomas.
Okay, Thomas, do you think you can handle this?
Of course I can. I've pulled hundreds of trains before.
Okay, but just don't be too anxious. Thomas, wait! You've left your coaches behind.
Wow, pulling coaches is easy.
Thomas, wait, listen to me. Oh boy, this is not good. Well, I guess we'll just continue on with the review. When you speed up the Thomas model, the chuffing sounds get faster. Likewise, when you slow the model down, the chuffing sounds become slower. And every so often, Thomas will blow his whistle.
Wait, Thomas!
Hello.
Wait, train car's behind!
That silly tank engine. Bachmann did a really nice job with this model. It sounds just like the TV show.
Look out for the train.
Farther down the tracks, a pig got loose from his pen. And then there was trouble. The pig got stuck in the tracks.
Faster, faster! Oh no, a pig! Stop! Phew! That was close!
Thomas's driver and fireman freed the pig from the track, and then the pig went back in his pen.
I'm glad the pig's okay, but we have to take these coaches to Wellsworth Station.
What coaches? You haven't any coaches. You left them behind.
And then Thomas sadly puffed away. He felt very silly.
Now Gordon's going to laugh at me.
At last, Thomas made it back to the station. The passengers were ready to get on board.
All aboard!
This time, they made sure that Thomas was coupled up.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a question about this model, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to help you out. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day.